Hi guys, my name is Yash from BigInfinity.net. Welcome to another fantastic session of Haskell programming language. Today we are going to talk about hexas ranges. What a great name for that, yeah? Let's find out together. Okay, open your VS Code. Let me introduce you some notation. 1, 2, 10. Okay, if you already familiar with some language like Python, maybe you think of it as a range, okay? Range of number between 1 to 10. But in Haskell, there is no such thing, okay? We don't have any range in Haskell. So what is this? This is an arithmetic progression, okay? Take a look at this page. You don't need really read all of it, just read introduction, okay? An arithmetic progression is a sequence of number that the difference between the consecutive term is constant. For example, in this sequence, the difference between 5 and 7 is 2, 9 and 7 is 2, 11 and 7 is 2. We call first element is initial element, okay? And we call constant. Okay, so in this sequence, initial element is 5 and constant is 2. Okay, Haskell has really amazing property. You can create an infinite sequence in Haskell. What's that even possible? Because RAM is limited, but Haskell is a lazy language. Okay, let's talk about it in more detail. Okay, if you try, for example, define something like this, okay, it's trying to return you an infinite sequence, okay, but it's not really what we want, okay. But if you try to assign it to an variable, okay, and try to use it like, for example, this, take 100 from S, it's return you first 100 of S, okay, first 100 element of S. In lazy language, okay, for example, Haskell, they don't do anything until you want, okay, until you ask from them, okay. For example, when you try define a sequence like this, okay, Haskell doesn't generate an infinite sequence of it, okay. Haskell, just every time you really need them, okay, generate them for you. When you try to take 100 from S, Haskell just generate first 100. Remember, it's really help you to write an efficient program, because maybe in a program, in a real program, you define a lot of list, tuple, a lot of character. Maybe you not every time use them. Okay, so really, program not really should generate them in first place. But in lazy programming language, it helps us to make an infinite sequence like this. Okay, let's find out more about Texas ranges in Haskell. Okay, so to create an arithmetic progression in Haskell, we need initial element and we need constant. Okay, this is the way you can give them to Haskell. If you don't set any constant, Haskell think your constant is 1. Okay, for example, in this example, okay, Haskell generate range of number between 1 to 10. Okay, but if you want to specify constant, you should give Haskell two first element of your arithmetic progression. For example, if you give Haskell 3, Haskell set constant 2, okay, and generate your list. You see, you can set it 5, okay. In this example, our constant is 4, okay. the difference between a 5 and 1. Okay, you see, Haskell set constant 4. Okay, but don't remember. Sorry, don't forget. Okay, if you don't specify anything, Haskell thinks your constant is 1. Okay, for example, you can't do something. You can't do something like this. Okay, because Haskell think your constant is 1. Okay, and it can't be possible. If you really want this range, you should specify second element. Okay, it's work fine. And that's it. Let me see, is there anything I should tell to you about this? Okay, that's it. There is a true function really help you create infinite sets. First is cycle, okay? Cycle function. It's join infinite sequence of this list together. For example, see this? Yes? It's join them together. Okay, for example, if you assign to it and take 100 from S, okay, it's return you something like this. Okay, it's work just for list. Okay, a list of character or list of number. Okay, you can, for example, use it this way. Okay, take, sorry, circle, cycle. Okay, you see this for character and a string too. Okay, sorry, it's worked for a string. Okay, a string is list of character. It's not work for character. Okay, if you really want for character, you should use repeat. Okay, repeat. Repeat. Work just for one element, character or number. For example, something like this or something like this. You see? Okay, it's work for character. And if you don't really want create an infinite set, okay, you can use replicate function. Okay, with replicate function, you can say it's like repeat function, but you can say Haskell how many really you need of that number or character. For example, we need 5, 10. We need, for example, 100 p. Okay, it's work both for character and a list. If you give it something like this, okay, it generates you two-dimensional list. Okay, so it's work for both. Okay, before we finish for the next session, there is an important prerequisite you should know about it. Okay, if you are a mathematician or computer scientist, okay, maybe you are familiar with set concept. Okay, if you don't, I really recommend you, okay, read this page, especially this part. Haskell has the exact notation and it's really help you to make some connection with it. Okay, so read this for our next session. Okay, let me finish. I hope you enjoy my video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and share it with your friend. Take care of yourself until we meet again.